doing this late at night before what's left of this book in my brain vanishes entirely. I don't know how long it's been since you have taken a class on writing, but you know how magazines and newspapers have a specific writing style? Where they front-load all of the information into like the first sentence and the first paragraph of the article so that you get all of the actual information immediately and you don't have to read anymore if you're bored. I hate that. Like, trains my brain to skim, to read the first line of every paragraph, and then to not get anything else, and to get bored, and then to just go away. And that, I think, is why I don't remember, like, anything in this book. Leading at a Higher Level by Ken Blanchard. Except it's not. It's by Ken Blanchard and the founding associates and consulting partners of the Ken Blanchard companies. I kinda don't know why I do this to myself. I don't want to lead people. It's not an ambition of mine. In fact, it makes me anxious. And whenever a book tells me, yes, you can be a leader, I'm like, nope, don't want to be a leader. But we have so many of these books in the summer reading program. And every single time I convince myself, low stakes for me. Maybe I'll learn something new. And all of this is a lot of griping on my part, but this isn't a bad book. In fact, it's pretty good. And when I say this is good, I do mean it's good, and there's like a trope in the summer reading program essays that you see that are required to cash in on this program, that, oh, I really see these practices in the business we work in every day, and I really do with this one. It's actually a little eerie. I don't know if this book in particular is a huge touchstone for our CEO and for my own team lead, but I see so much of this going on, it might as well be. It's quite nice. It paints a lovely picture of a company that if you're a boss, you want to create, if you're a customer, you want to work with, and if you're an employee, you want to work at. All about, you know, connecting with people and identifying teaching styles, very broad strokes teaching styles, and it's broad enough to paint a pretty picture, but it actually does have enough specific instructions to give you something to work off of, and to make me feel like not insulted that someone assumes I'm gonna be exactly like everyone else. So this is good stuff, and aside from the writing style that made it go like completely in one ear and out the other with me, I really only have a few nitpicky complaints. Like, this is by Ken Blanchard Associates and Productions, which meant that I was confused every time it mentioned Ken Blanchard the third person, which it does. Ken Blanchard Companies has written a lot of books, and it references them all, and it brings in its teaching styles with little register marks on it that always pulls me out of a book, even though it never made me feel like I had to go and do additional reading to understand what it was talking about. You can jump in on this and get all the information you need. It's good. If you really are looking for ways to build a corporate culture that doesn't suck, this isn't a bad place to jump off of. You should at least get some of it in your head. And hopefully you'll have a better time with the writing than I do. It's not bad, it's not like obtuse or dense, it's not even unlively. Like I said, it's full of anecdotes and cute little stories and things, and it didn't feel insulting to me. But I've been putting off doing this report for like 2 days, because I just don't have much to say. I actually had to go back and check that I hadn't read this before. I've started keeping a spreadsheet. I'm getting worried that I'm gonna pick up the same leadership book twice and not notice until I'm like halfway through. It is way harder to power through a book when you aren't flying on the wings of audacity. That writer's block book, one day. This one, I made it like a couple chapters a day. But yeah, that's book 2. I've got book 3 on my list. I'm a little worried about it since it's something even further out of my interest zone than leadership. It's selling luxury products. Yeah. Well, we'll see.